Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to talk through a few things that have been on my mind today and this week. Hopefully I don't ramble on too much, but just bear with me. So I kind of find myself in a weird place with the game right now. It's not boredom. It's not me being burned out. It's more like I just feel that my account is in this like state of limbo and there's no real visible way out. And I think the crux of this comes down to two things, and that is content and account progression. So let's talk about that first one for a minute, because I think it's something that I've mentioned before on stream. The only content that I have left to do right now is exploration of Abyss. The story modes, the variants, Labyrinth of Legends, all of them are sitting at 100%. Right now I have the resources, I have the units, I even have the champions, and probably the skill to fully explore the Abyss, and I definitely still plan on doing it. But, like, to what end, I guess? I think that the Nexus crystal that I got this week from Act 7 kind of, like, broke something in my brain. Doing the content was its own reward for me. Absolutely. I've talked about how Act 7 is great. It is my most enjoyable piece of content that I've done. But the actual rewards for content, especially story content, are supposed to help bridge the gap between one piece of content and the next. And they most assuredly did not do that for me. And as a result, the idea of spending another, 30 or 40 or 50 or whatever hours it's going to be both prepping for and then actually running Abyss paths just to get crushed by the rewards is really demotivating for me. And I mean, don't get me wrong, the Abyss rewards are pretty nice. But when I think of the likelihood that they will provide immediate value to my account, that's what is giving me pause. So let's actually take a look at these rewards. Two fully formed tier 5 class catalysts, that's great. I have 3 fully formed of these catalysts in my inventory, and they're from 3 different classes, which is nice. One I'm going to be using soon, as soon as they announce the changes to the monthly EQ Legends run. But the other 2 are just kind of collecting dust. The generic Awakening Gem is cool. It's the only one available in the game right now, but I only have a single champion that I would even remotely consider using it on right now, and that's Captain Marvel. The lump of 6-star shards is nice, but that guarantees absolutely nothing. And then, of course, the big one is the Nexus Selector, which has anywhere between a 33% and 45% chance of giving me a champion that I want, of course, depending on the class. So I guess what it comes down to for me is what changes for my account the day after I finish Abyss exploration. And the answer is potentially nothing. When I did Abyss completion, it was 3 months before I could actually use any of the rewards that I got from it. And some of those rewards I still haven't been able to use, and now I am close to 5 months removed. And when it comes to content, it's only going to get more difficult, as it should, as it absolutely should. Players have been moving away from 5 stars for well over a year now, and I suspect that we are getting very close to a point, maybe even this year, where 5 stars are going to be completely irrelevant to players at my level and above. And if you don't have a broad and robust, developed 6-star roster, you're just going to be left behind. But when it comes to champion acquisition right now, which is the second thing that I think is the problem for me, finishing the Abyss or waiting for new content are my only remaining avenues for account progression. I do have the option of moving back into high tier Alliance War, but you guys know how I feel about Alliance War. I don't think that the rewards are anywhere near worth the effort and the stress of the mode. And even furthermore, I absolutely don't want to leave my alliance. I love the guys that I'm playing with. I've been friends with them for close to 2 years now, I think. But even if I said, screw it, let's just deal with it for a few seasons, go somewhere where I can get some nice Platinum 2, Platinum 3, maybe Plat 1 level rewards. My roster and my prestige, look at my prestige here real quick. My roster and my prestige are completely unacceptable to those types of alliances these days. These folks are expecting numerous duped good R2s and R3s, but my luck is traditionally not very good when it comes to 6 stars. So, without good champs to rank up, I'm just kind of like stuck on this hamster wheel every day, staring at a bunch of dead weight on my roster. And T5CC is still too scarce of a resource to rank up people that aren't actually going to be useful or enjoyable to me. And even then, taking a champ to rank 3 will likely do nothing to my prestige without them being awakened. Dragon Man here is an exception because his prestige is naturally high anyways. But not all champs are like that. And I mean, six stones aren't even the problem either. Between generics, which I have 75 of total, and 6 stone crystals, I have, I think, close to 250. And in fact, that is the sum total of every 6-star 6 stone that I've ever received or earned or bought. I have never used a single 6-star 6 stone on anyone ever, because I don't have anybody to use them on. Could I pump some 6 stones into Nick Fury? Sure. Could I pump some into Corvus? Sure. Could I use my Mystic Awakening gem on Dragon Man and sig him up? Absolutely. But none of those champs really need stones. Nick certainly doesn't. Corvus doesn't. Dragon Man doesn't even need Awakened, which is why I haven't awakened him yet. So do I sig up a champ just for the sake of doing it, or do I continue to wait and use these rare and hard to obtain resources on somebody who actually can benefit from them? It's like this constant struggle between doing something that I can do and then doing something because I probably should be doing it because it's the smarter play, which is what I've been doing up to this point, is saving. So I went back and watched Brian's video on the Cyber Weekend deals from this year, or last year, rather. And because I recalled when I was thinking about this that he had said some similar things, or was having like a similar issue with his progression, coming at it from a different angle, of course. And unsurprisingly, a lot of the things that he said in that video really resonated with me, especially this week. So here's a clip of him talking about how he has so many rank up resources, but no one actually good to use them on.
This stuff is effectively worthless. I have a lot of these catalysts just sitting here on my account, waiting to use them. But I can't. I'm ranking up champions just for fun at this point. I can't rank up any champions that are meaningful to me. I'm essentially just using catalysts to not let them expire, rather than using catalysts that'll have some real impact on my account.
Now, my overflow, obviously doesn't look as ridiculous as BG's probably does. But I'm kind of at the same point. I ranked up Labyrinth Ultron to rank 5 for pretty much no reason. I got a really nice Weapon X solo video out of him, and he had a few clutch plays in incursions with J-Rock a couple weeks ago, but that was like a luxury rank up. He's not going to really serve any purpose for me, in meaningful content, because there are other champs that do what he does. and do it better than he does, right? And I could rank up, I could rank up random 6-star champions that I have on my roster to rank 2, but why? What is that going to do for me? Increase my account rating? Like, I don't really care about my account rating. It doesn't mean anything. I'm not chasing a leaderboard spot or anything. So the other clip I wanted to show is him talking about how even the rare endgame resources like T5CC are effectively useless for him right now.
The class catalyst fragment crystals, those are nice, but already getting more than I could realistically use, because again, if I can't actually rank up good 6-star champions and have their sig levels at respectable levels, then I can't really use them. So what's the point of getting more?
So my alliance is moving to map 7 next week, so I will have a small influx of T5CC, but again, what is the point if there's no one to use it on, right? One of my college friends used to say to me that if you have a problem, you have 2 choices. You either do something about it, or you just let it go. So my problem is, I need more opportunities to pull good champs, which means I need to increase my 6-star shard revenue, if you will, and make more efficient use of my 6-star shard spending. So the easy change there is to forget about feature crystals. So easy enough. Other than Dragon Man, my featured 6-star pulls have been largely useless to me. So that's an easy fix. So then when we're talking about 6-star shard income, the problem is that they're really just not there. Like, if you 100% Cavalier and Master EQ, Cavalier and Uncollected every month, you get 7,500 6-star shards. So not even enough for a fully formed 6-star. Sometimes they'll throw us some 6-star shards in the side event, maybe enough to form a 1 6-star crystal a month. So January is almost over, and now I'm looking at what? 11 6-stars for the rest of 2021, plus whatever I can scrape together from, the next few variants and Act 7.2, whenever that's coming out. I've said before that I always try to look for the silver lining in things, and in everything that I've talked about right now, I suppose that the silver lining is that for what I have left to do in the game, as far as content-wise, and what I do on a daily basis with AQ and with Map 7 coming up, I have everyone that I need in terms of acquisition. I think my skill level is somewhere around above average. And for the time being, that and my rank 5s are probably going to get me by. But that won't always be the case. And I think that the clock is ticking down to a point in time where it won't be enough. Kabam banned 4 stars from Act 6 to make the content more exclusive and less accessible. They could absolutely do the same thing with the later chapters of Act 7, and no one would be surprised. No one. So, what happens when skill is just not enough anymore? So, I've talked for a bit here. I'm not even sure if I'm making much sense to any of you, but, like I said before, I still love this game. I love playing it. I love streaming it. I love making content for it. I'm not going to quit anytime soon, so this is not a goodbye video. I'm just kind of in a bit of a rut right now is all. I think what's bothering me the most is that there's just no clear way forward for me. Exploring Abyss is the only real goal I have left right now. So I'm definitely going to work toward that, and hopefully everything just kind of works itself out, I guess. Because if we reach that point, I don't know what I would do. There would be nothing else left to play for. So I hope it doesn't come to that. I don't want it to. All right, I think that's it for now. If you sat through all this, I really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts, comments below. If you've been in a similar situation, let me know what helped you. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again next time.